Hi, Facebook friends. Helen Archontou here, CEO of the YWCA of Northern New Jersey. Happy Tuesday. I hope you are all well. I hope you had a great weekend. It was a big weekend. We had Juneteenth. We had Father's Day. There was a lot to celebrate, a lot to commemorate, and hopefully some time to recharge and energize, and that you're ready for a great week. We know it's going to be a great week, especially a great day today, because we're starting it with such a positive conversation. And I'm so grateful to be able to share it with all of you. As we know, YWTV is all about educating and inspiring. And there's nothing that's going to be more inspiring than the power of affirmations and how we self-talk, because that is so key and important. And this conversation today is really linked to an event that we are hosting with the wonderful Marcela Tapiero, who is with me today as our guest. And we're so excited to tell you about it. And we hope that as you hear about it, that you share it and amplify that this is coming, and get the young women in your life registered to join us. So with that, we know that self-talk can really transform our lives. And it's really a really important idea for all of us, especially, women. We spend a lot of time, trying to talk to ourselves about that. But it's so important for us to be having, these conversations and teaching these tools and teaching these techniques to tweens and teens. Imagine how empowered you would be if you grew up having this skill going on in your head, this kind of self-talk conversation in such a positive way from a young age. We all know that there were a lot of very difficult years most of us had, with different conversations in our head. And I love, love, love the potential of being able to set our young women up to be ahead of that. And so with that, I'm so grateful to have Marcela Tapiero, the founder of Your Dreamwall, with us this morning to provide a little sneak peek around the concept of affirmations and what she will be covering tomorrow evening at our Jen on the Go event. It is at 6:30 p.m. and it is geared towards our young women, our girls from ages 10 to 14. And there is no cost for this. We are so grateful to be able to bring it to you at no charge. And so there's, we hope that you can fit this into the calendar of a young woman in your life. And you can share this with any of them that don't know about it. And hello, Kathy Mira. I see that you're watching. Kathy Mira is just a real legacy in our community, who's always worked with young people, and is probably one of the most positive people I know, Marcela. So she, of course, is all about what we're talking about today. So with that, I want to tell you a little bit about Marcela before we jump into talking about tomorrow's event. She is an entrepreneur. She is a mother of an amazing boy, a graduate of St. Peter's College, and a founder of Your Dreamwall. She loves to travel the world with an obsession for mastering every area of her life, fulfilling her potential as a human being and making a difference in the lives of others. At 25 years old, she began her self-development journey and has since been obsessed with learning and growing. She started Dreamwall in 2019. And as a way to help others commit to mastering their lives through powerful words and affirmations with her bestseller Dream Boards, including health, fitness, emotions, mindset, relationships, financial freedom, passive income, and spirituality. It's all covered. It is all in there. The mission of Your Dreamwall is to transparently, passionately, and powerfully be a positive example of the unlimited possibilities that life offers to those that are truly committed to their life vision. And with that, welcome, Marcela.
Thank you so much.
So happy to have you here. So many questions pop into my head, not only the ones that we talked that we were going to talk about, but let's start with talk to us about how you came on your journey at 25, as you shared. What brought you to that point to start your journey of power of affirmations in your own life?
Yeah, so first and foremost, thank you so much to everybody that's joining us live right now, as well as Helen. We really appreciate you guys, and we hope that you are having a fantastic morning so far. Basically, at the age of 25, I grew up pretty fast, just kind of jumping right into it. And I am an army baby, so I was actually born in Germany. So we traveled a lot, and I just feel like it was something that was within me. But then I also understood the power of transforming through travel as well. Transforming, whether even if you're not traveling, if you're in home. And so, with that being said, at the age of 25, I already had my son, and I was really in a broken space in my life as a mother, and as an employee, and as a woman. And I understood that I really had to change my life, because if not, I was just going to end up going somewhere completely different. And I decided, and I committed myself to saying, no, I need to change my thoughts. But how do I change my thoughts? It's through the power of a word. And one word can literally just dramatically change your life. And so therefore I started putting all these words all over my house, like literally just words all over my house. And my friends would come over and they'd be like, "Hey, like, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am great. I am powerful. I'm good." And that journey just opened up a whole flood of opportunity, because I believe that when you are in a positive state of mind, so much positivity will come to you, even through challenges. So even though you're going through a challenge or a problem, you're going to see massive opportunity, because you're not going to look at it as something negative. You're going to look at it as, how can I grow from this? How can I change from this? How can I become better from this? How can I learn from this? And how can it make a decision that is going to change for the better? And so, with that being said, 25 years old, I committed myself, and I've just been on this amazing journey with my son. And it has just been the most biggest blessing in my life, and just so much change for the better. And I'm bringing a whole community along with me. And it just feels amazing to be able to be so impactful, through different states, through the United States, and countries as well. So we're speaking over 15 different states right now. We're in 3 different countries right now, and it just feels so empowering. And we have so much more work to do. But I think this amazing opportunity, starting at a young age, if I could have started younger, I don't even know where my life would be right now. So I'm very excited about this journey.
And that's what this is all about, right? I mean, obviously taking the learnings that we have had as women. That's the
Yes.
YWCA of Northern New Jersey is about. That's what I know your Dreamwall is about. But it's about taking those learnings that we have made at these older stages of our lives and pushing it across to everyone, but especially to younger women and girls, to really set them up, and accelerate the
That's right.
process. That for us, took some time. I appreciate you sharing your journey too, because so many of us have been in tough places and spaces, and didn't know how to get out of them,
Yep.
and just kind of got stuck. And
Yep.
you have created a roadmap for us, to be able to literally pick up and move, into a different mindset that ultimately will bring us, into a different life, all around. So talk to us about what are some of the daily habits that help move us, to that
Yeah.
other place that we ultimately want to be.
Yeah. So I want to say your habits are what you become and what you form in your life. So you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing that you do? Are you self-talking to yourself, or are you just blasting music that is just emotionally bringing you to a space of emotions? So I definitely believe your habits, first thing in the morning, is probably the most important aspect of your day. My son, every morning when he wakes up, we do we do prayer, and then we go into affirmations. And that section of affirmations is what builds him. And I've just been learning so much about your self-talk, because there's going to be times that you might have accomplished something, or you might have done amazing in school, and nobody's seeing that and nobody's applauding you. But you can applaud yourself by saying, I am winning, I'm confident, I am strong, I'm excited, I won, even when nobody's cheering for you. So that self-talk habit is probably what's going to alter you into that next level in your life. So I believe throughout the course of your day, just a repetition of reminding yourself of who you are and where you are. And once again, you might not be in a space of perfection, which nobody's perfect. So you might be in a space where you're going through a lot of struggle, or you're going through a lot of negativity, let's say, or you're in an environment that's not really too healthy for you. The goal is to stay mentally in a space that you're reminding yourself of who you are. So you can put alarm clocks, you can put these little reminders of, there's so many apps now that you can download. There's actually an affirmation app that I personally use, that every hour it sends me an affirmation, and it just reminds me, every minute our emotions can change from being excited to happy, to then getting that phone call, to then being angry and upset, right? So how do we use our emotions, and then the other part of it is, when we have these emotions, are we attracting it to other people? Like, are we giving it to other people? Because you literally attract people by how your energy is, how you feel, what you're saying, what you're thinking. And so I definitely believe that just staying in a mindset of positivity, which is probably very hard right now, especially since we're trying to go back to being this normal world again. But this is where dream boards come into place, where you literally create these dream boards and you just create this mindset that's altered and customized just for you, of just the power of the word of who you are.
And I love the idea of setting reminders and putting notes places, and just the habit forming, because you're 100% right. I mean, it's the way that we live impacts the way that we live.
That's right.
As silly and easy as that simplified statement is, but it really it really does pave the way. So it's great to know about some of your daily habits to activate your vision and your creativity. And for those of us watching, we can start to think about how to employ some of those. So vision boarding, I mean, that is something that we've done some of that with our team. We've done some of that with our girls and our women. We may have all participated in it. But for those that may not be familiar with the concept, and definitely not familiar with the way that you promote the concept, can you talk to us about how they are helpful in that kind of transformation process, and how they complement everything else you just talked about?
Yeah, for sure. So my journey, about 5 years ago, one of my mentors said to me, Marcela, I want you to go home and I want you to create a vision board. And my son was, he was about 3 or 4 years old. And I remember him always telling me, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. He was like infatuated with Mickey Mouse. And so I went home, and I normally saw people getting magazines and cutting them out and shaping them out like that. But my mentor he said something to me very, very specific. He said, I want you to be very specific about what it is that you want in this next upcoming year that's going to happen in your life. And so I sat with myself for about like a week and I started writing down everything that I envisioned and that I wanted for the next six to basically 12 months of my life. And I remember putting Mickey Mouse on the board, Disney on the board, and I remember putting a whole bunch of other traveling places. I remember putting a group of community, a group of women around in that board. And so I was very, very detailed about what exactly I wanted. And I was very, very intentional with how I wanted it. And sure enough, I placed it on my wall. And as the months started rolling out, things started happening. And next thing you know, I'm in Disney. And we got like the way that whole thing happened was we ended up getting like VIP passes. We won this spontaneous cruise. I mean, it was just it was just unheard of. Like I never did anything. And I was like, okay. And then next thing you know, I get home and I'm like, oh my God, this just happened. I just manifested this, like without me even realizing it. And so I started realizing the power of intention. When you do things with intention, it's going to be so much more fulfilled versus I remember seeing a bunch of magazines not really being intentional and just putting it on a board and just like it never happening. And I was like, why doesn't it work this way? Like, I don't get it. And then I remember when I was very intentional and I actually wrote on my photos, like I literally put my name on the photos, like I, Marcela, will be fulfilling this community by 2020, let's say. And I realized how intentional you can get is what you will become. And so what I started realizing was visualization is 90% of what us human beings actually become. So I said to myself, well, a lot of people, they might not know what exactly it is that they want to do in the next 6 months. A lot of people, and that's because of their belief. So let's take a couple of steps back. I said to myself, how do we get to that place? So that first place, the first place is your wording, what you're thinking about, what you're saying to yourself. So I remember first putting words up on my walls everywhere. And then I started becoming that person. I started becoming more genuine. I started becoming more loving. I started becoming more forgiving. I started becoming more fearless. And I realized that the words are what's going to take you to that next visualization step, which we do customized vision boards as well. But our first main bestsellers are our words of affirmation vision boards. Your words are everything. If you're saying to yourself, I'm broke, unfortunately, that's who you're going to become. If you're saying, you know what, I'm battling right now with my finances, but I'm going to come out of it and I'm going to become better and reach higher heights, that's where you're heading towards. And so I realized the power of your words is what really grasps you. And one of the other things is with kids, how do kids see? How do they feel? They're all about emotion. What do you say to them? If you're, I tell my son every day when he says to me, Mom, I can't do it. I said, can you do it? But what if you can do it? You're a very smart person. You're a very brilliant person. Why don't you try again? Why don't you do it again? So if we're constantly telling our kids and we're empowering them with those words, and we're empowering our coworkers, and we're empowering our sisters, our neighbors, they're going to start feeling better, and you're going to start feeling better even yourself. I've gotten texts, I've gotten calls, I've gotten emails. We have so many testimonials of people saying, I literally feel like my life has completely changed because of my words. And that excites me because the next step is now your visualization. Now you're in a space where if somebody says something to you and they say, let's say, you're really not special. Let's just say you're not special. Well, guess what? You can't enter that space because I know how special I am. And from that, you now build this space of protection. And now you can actually see yourself, let's say, becoming Miss USA, or a doctor, or and so, but the first of everything is where your heart is, where your intention is, and who you are. Your belief system. Your belief system is your wording to then for you to arrive at your destination.
Yeah, I have to say it's wonderful to hear about how you use this with your son, because again, it's so important that our children grow up with having that. You're almost making me visualize a bubble around them, and that bubble that we're creating for them with with these affirmations and this positive self-talk. Will carry them and protect them, through a lot of the ugliness of the world, because it will not allow that to penetrate and do the trick that it does on so many of us, in our heads. So it just really makes me think of kind of that superhero, force field.
And And I tell you that it works, because when he's out in the field, out in front of other kids, or I see it. I see him. We were just in Florida just a week ago, and these girls were arguing in the pool while he was playing with them. And he stopped them and he said, "Hey, you guys have to be kind to each other. You ladies are princesses." And I'm sitting there, behind, and I'm like, wow, like, it that bubble that you just said, it comes out then.
Yeah.
You start pouring out that, you start pouring that fruit out. And it's so beautiful to see it start at a young age, like you were saying, and the importance of it. Because now these girls, they just stopped, they looked at him, and then they both looked at each other, and then they just started playing again. And I was like, the power of the word is everything.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and hopefully, it starts a chain reaction, right? A domino effect, which
Yeah.
is what, we ultimately want to see when we're doing, this kind of work, is that it's not, we are big at the YWCA about education and community.
Yep.
And, you create community by first the change we want to see in ourselves, like be the
That's
change
right.
you want to see, as Mahatma Gandhi said, right? So be the
Yep.
change you want to see. And then hopefully from that, it slowly transfers, to others, and does create that domino effect, or those waves, So so incredibly powerful. So we don't want to give away what the event is about too fully, and we have Ilian on watching, who is our mission impact coordinator, who oversees our girls initiatives, who's fabulous. And she's the one who's been working with you on this event, so I know she's so excited about it, as we all are. So my question for you, though, is, without giving it all away, for anyone who doesn't know about the event and is thinking about, hearing about it now for the first time, what do we want to tell them why they should engage the young women in their life to be part of it, and make the time to join us tomorrow evening?
So for anybody out there that's pretty much looking to have your daughter, your niece, your neighbor, um, just putting them in a safe space where they're going to be able to unite together, come together, learn about each other, and just be in a space of positivity and change and transformation. That's pretty much, we're here to empower these girls and just take them to that next level, whether if they're not feeling confident, whether if they're in a space of maybe being around the wrong group of people, or even just their self-talk. If you notice them being in a space of negativity and just attitudes, have them join. It's going to give them a transformational heart, because they're going to see so much greatness, so much good energy happening in here. And they also will be receiving a free gift as well. So for anybody out there that's listening, that's saying, "Hey, I need my daughter, or I need my sibling to be put into something that's going to be helpful for them," have them join us. We would love, love, love to have them here.
Yes, I mean the event, for our viewers again, is, I mean, you can feel Marcela's positivity, just exuding through the screen. I know, but this event really is about lifting our young women. They need this every day and at all times, but especially after the year and a half that we've had. It is
Yeah.
definitely going to be a lot of challenges for our young people as they enter back into the world more fully. And some of them have actually really enjoyed being away from groups, because some of the challenges that they've had emotionally, have been able to subside without all that, interaction that might have, created some, challenge for them. And, we want to build our young women up. We want to
Yes.
help them, be able to be strong in all situations, and also be able to, coach themselves, through tough times, and learn how to ask for help when they need it, and give themselves that space to take care of themselves also, because that's one of the things as women. Unfortunately, we're socialized to care for everybody else, and we are also socialized to go go go, and this has a lot to do with setting the boundaries,
Yeah.
setting the intentions, setting the positivity, and the self-talk at a very young age, and having them grow up with a totally different mindset than, maybe, you and I did, Marcela. And we've got a lot of years between the two of us. We're in different age spaces, but even with that, we still grew up with different messaging.
Yes. Yeah, and just it's fun as well.
Yeah.
So it's a fun activity as well. And it's using their creativity as well, which is probably one of the most special moments that we see. We see some of these boards come out, and I just literally stay like in awe sometimes, and I'm like, wow, like you're very talented, like you're very, very creative. And so that creativity is also a form of therapy as well. So definitely, we can't wait to see you, ladies, girls, moms. Because parents will, if they're in the background, this will also help you as well to maybe have that one-on-one with your daughter, that you can share this special space as well. It's a very, very special, unique space. So we're very excited to see you.
Well, so folks, again, YWTV is about sharing important information and helping build that community. You're part of that process. We hope that you take something that you learned here today and share it with someone in your life. And most importantly, we hope you think about the young women ages 10 to 14 in your life and reach out to them or to their parents and encourage them to join us tomorrow evening. Again, there is no charge. You can even register today, tomorrow, midday. Get the it's a virtual event. You don't have to go anywhere, and not only do you get the benefit of the opportunity of so much learning, but as Marcela did a little sneak peek, there is a little gift for those who participate too, to help reinforce the positivity. So we hope that you can join us. We also hope that you continue to join us for the rest of the week. We have a lot more YWTV ahead, a lot of great conversations and other wonderful programs. Also, for our young women, we hope you're considering for our sophomores in high school joining Empower University, our Girls Leadership Academy. It's a 10-month opportunity for girls that starts in September, goes through the school year, and introduces them to many mentors and evidence-based learnings to really empower and build strong young women going forward at a really key age in decision making for their life. We also encourage our parents to be thinking about summer camp and a wonderful opportunity in joining the YWCA. We've got 2 camp opportunities for you, one in the great outdoors, one more kind of locally in a community, and we have links here for you to connect to both of them, as well as to register for your Dreamwall. And with all of that, some other important meetings this week we have on June 24th at 7 p.m. The YWCA is joining New Jersey Citizen Action, as well as other community organizations, for a movie and movement night. It's about paid leave in the United States. That family and caregiving needs really need to be a priority for us, but the lack of paid leave in this country, which is one of the richest nations, in the world, can mean that having a baby, a medical emergency, or an aging parent can lead to poverty and financial loss. And we hope that you can join us as we talk about this important issue and ways that we can support keeping paid leave a strong priority. We'll have the link is here for you for that as well. Tomorrow on Wednesday, we have Lawrence Sindoni from North Jersey Legal Services talk about a great program, an opportunity in the community. And on Thursday, for our weekly Share the Mic Now opportunity, where we amplify the voices of Black women in our community, we are talking to the wonderful Tara Dowdell, who is like all the women I get to talk to, just going to be another great conversation. So with that, we hope you have a blessed day. Set us out, Marcela, with a great affirmation. Set us out with a great thought, so that we have a great day ahead of us from here. What should we be thinking about?
So I'm just gonna ask you then to just close your eyes, if that's okay. And you're just gonna repeat after my voice. For anybody that's listening as well, just be in a space right now where you can breathe in. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And just repeat after me. I am so beautiful.
I am
I am
so beautiful.
I am so powerful.
I am so powerful.
I am becoming the best version of myself.
I am becoming the best version of myself.
I am ready to inspire.
I am ready to inspire.
I am ready to elevate.
I am ready to elevate.
Let's transform together
Let's transform together
and become the future.
and become the future.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I feel the relief come right over me. So I
Yes,
hope you all did that at home too. And I
yes,
hope even our wonderful Christy behind the scenes did it.
yes,
We are a powerful group at the YWCA of Northern New Jersey, and it is
yes.
a village that pushes out YWTV every day, and
Hmm.
and all of our great programming, like our event tomorrow night. So we hope you can join us. Marcela, thank you for closing us in such a positive, great space. And we wish
Thank
everyone a
you.
great day, and we'll see you again